Hi, this is Ozzy Simoes, founder of Stone Expert Institute. Are you wondering where you should start looking for your stone countertop surface? Well, the first place I recommend is always to start with friends, family, maybe a neighbor that has recently used stone in their project. And the next place I always recommend people is go on the internet, and this is where you can quickly find your local countertop distributor or fabricator. Now, there's a small checklist that I recommend you use when you're looking for your fabricator, and this is the 3V checklist. The first V would be verification, and this is kind of like the references. And like I just mentioned, friends, family, neighbors, awesome sources of verification. Then you also have builders, contractors, maybe a designer that you might be working with. Excellent sources of verification that can give you a good direction to a good fabricator. The next V would be to visit the location. Now, there's another little checklist that you can use when you're visiting the location, and it's called P.E.S.T, P-E.S.T. The first one is P for professionalism, and this is customer service. Basically, once you walk in the door, how are you treated? Are you welcome? Do they treat you warmly? Do they smile? Do they make you feel comfortable as you walk into the showroom? So customer service and professionalism is very important. Then E for expertise. And expertise is basically how they answer your questions. Are they knowledgeable about your particular stone or the stone industry in general? Do they know how to answer questions when you ask them? So expertise is vital. S for selection. And the selection here basically is how big is the selection that they have. I don't recommend that a fabricator has to have a huge selection of thousands and thousands of slabs to satisfy a customer, but a decent selection that you can at least go in, choose a few styles, a few colors would be very useful. Then T for technology. And today we have CNC machines that really make beautiful edges on the stone, and machinery that is pretty advanced. And you kind of want to ask them about that if they're using some of the latest technology. It really will help to create a better countertop for you in the end result. The next V is value. And this basically is the pricing. And there's a few things that you need to consider that goes into the pricing of your stone. Apart from the slab itself and the fabrication, the labor that it costs, there's a few other things. The edges, for example, could be charged for a specific edge if it's one of the premium edges. Then you've got the backsplash, the sink cutout, the cooktop cutout. Those are all little things that you may get charged additionally on your pricing. Then you have the template. Generally, there's also a fee for that. The old counter removal. That's another fee that could be on your invoice. And then installation, where there's the holes, the plumbing, and even the ceiling. So all these are little things that could be on your invoice. It's very, very important that you read the small print on your invoice and any contract that you might be signing. Read the small print. That's standard throughout any industry, and you shouldn't go wrong in there. Now, you'll notice that pricing came last on the checklist, and that's the reason is because and I'll be the first person to tell you that shopping around for the best price is very, very important. But if you compromise on the first two V's for the sake of value, well, you're taking a gamble that could cost you way more than the few $100s you may save. I recently came across a little line on the internet. I don't know who wrote it, so I can't credit anybody for that. But it basically says, the bitterness of poor quality remains long after the sweetness of a low price is forgotten. So if you remember that, you'll realize that price isn't always the most important thing. But if you get the first two V's right, you shouldn't go wrong. I've dedicated a whole video to discuss in detail what determines the price of your stone. Now, if you're interested in finding out how you can seal your stone permanently forever, please visit www.permanentsealer.com for more information. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next video.